Hey everybody, it's Lisa. I'm here to walk you through how to complete your week 6 assignments for the Google profile site. Uh, this week we're going to be focusing on 3 main pages: your education plan, your reflections page, and your networking page. I'm going to show you how to do all of those, to publish your site, and to check your permissions before submitting. So also, if there's anything that you would like to go back and redo, now is the time. And, I might add some points to some of those assignments if you take the time to go back and make it better. So, all right, here we go. So this week we have 3 different things to do here on our profile. The very first of which, you'll come up to Career Fit and go down to Education Plan. I've made a sample education plan here, and I will put a screenshot in Blackboard so that you can kind of see what it looks like. You need to make sure you have your name in the upper left-hand corner. Make sure you have a picture behind the words Education Plan. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to find your career fit. Now, I just put sample entry. Notice that the holding text that was here is gone. I got rid of it. Please don't leave it here. So then you're going to put your name. This is example student. Example student is coming to Amarillo College to get an associate's degree of Applied Science Computer Information Systems. So what this student did is then they went to the AC website and they searched for computer information systems. You would search for whatever your degree is. If you are in mechanics, you'll look up mechanics. If you are biology, you'll look that up. This is just my example. If your degree is not computer information systems, don't put that. You're going to put what your actual degree is. If you are general studies, you will put general studies. You will link to the degree plan. Now, to link to something, you just need to be on that website. So we're going to go to Amarillo College. Okay. And then we're going to look for our degree. So we can go to current students, programs of study. Okay. And then here we have all the different things. So for this student, my example student, they clicked Computer Information Systems. And then here's the information about that. Here is a link. You can right click, copy the link, go back to your profile, and then you're going to put that link in. Okay, notice it's not underlined. Because it's not underlined, it's not actually a link. So you're going to highlight it and click this little here that says insert link. Oh, now it's underlined. It is actually a link. So when I come here, I can just click on it, boom, I can get there. Okay, now it's going to ask you some questions. What is your estimated date to graduate? Well, my pretend student is going to graduate in May of 2026. Notice that they use the words, my estimated graduation date is May 2026. They didn't just put May 2026. We have to have a full sentence. I know a lot of people are like, this isn't an English class. Why am I having to do this? Because we're doing a professional profile, and you have to get used to having yourself out there as a professional. Will you transfer? Yes, I plan to transfer, blah, blah, blah. Link to your new university if you plan on transferring. Okay? And then what is your estimated date for transfer? That's everything for the education plan page. Done. Okay? Then we're going to come up here and we're going to go to networking. Networking asks that you find some networking opportunities at Amarillo College that can help you. So the first thing it says is your career goal. My example student's career goal is to be a computer information systems professional with an interest in either cybersecurity or systems analysis. you're going to put what you really have as your career goal. So if you're nursing, you'll put that, whatever. Then you're going to find some networking opportunities. These are opportunities. This doesn't mean that you absolutely have to do them. These are things you could do. So, for example, Emerald College has the Career and Employment Services. You could use that as an example. You can use any of the clubs as an example. Just find some ways to network. What I mean by networking is being able to connect with other people with the same interests or other professionals like your professors. So then it asks that you give a handshake login screenshot. I would have provided a screenshot here for you. However, since I am not a student and I am not part of Career Services, I do not have an account. You will have an account. All students do. And so you need to log into Handshake, and then you need to put your screenshot here. The Handshake link will be in Blackboard. Remember, your name must be visible in the top right-hand corner of your screenshot to receive credit, or else this doesn't count. Okay? We're done with that. That was pretty quick, pretty easy, done. Now we're going to go to Reflections. And we'll go down to Reflections, and we're going to write a thorough and thoughtful reflection answering these questions. I left these questions in just so that you could see that I answered all of them. Discuss how you're feeling about your academic plans so far. What is working well? And so first off, I discussed it. Then I told what was working well, and then what difficulties I'm having, and how confident I am, and then a closing little sentence, okay? So if you look and you see how many questions there are, that's how many paragraphs there should be, okay? Notice that in this one, I did not leave the questions. That's because I really shouldn't leave the questions. I only left the questions there for this video. So I will backspace everything and get rid of those questions. All right, now my homework is done. Now I need to go to Publish. And you can see what I currently have and what I have done differently. I've got 3 different pages that have been updated. So I need to make sure I push this blue button that says Publish. Okay. Publish is basically like a save button. Now, if I go to it again, there's no changes to review, so I'm good there. Now, let's make sure that my instructor can get my stuff. So I'm going to go up here to the Share with Others. And notice where it says Draft or Publish Site Restricted. Make sure that you go to Publish Site, Amarillo College. Wait for it to update and save. Then you click right here where it says Copy Published Site Link. Link is copied. Now you're just going to go back over to your Blackboard page. Notice that you have your profile instructions, and then here it says Assignments Submission. Click on that, and then you need to submit it for grading. Okay, I'm not in a student view, so I don't have the actual place to submit, but it'll be over here on the left hand or on the right hand side, and you will just put that link that you copied in there and press submit, and then you're done. The only other thing that we need to do for week 6 is our discussion board. Okay, I have posted an example. I used my actual real career goals here. And so I currently hold a master's in instructional design, and I'm completing a master's in biology with the goal of transitioning into full-time faculty here at the college. Okay, notice I've got my major, what I want for my future, how a mentor can help, a faculty connection, and what I hope to gain. Well, how am I going to find this faculty? Back over here in this area, when you're looking at all the different degrees that you can get, you can go to program information, faculty. And then you can look at some of the different faculty that are available and find one that you think you might like to connect with, and then use that faculty as your example. If anybody has any questions, please give me an email before your assignment is due. I will work as hard as I can to help you out, but I won't know that you're struggling unless you let me know. Y'all have a great week. We got 2 more weeks to go, and we are almost done. See you next week.